Tried to take a quick nap. I only got 6 hours of sleep last night, and I know I should be getting more. Hey cameraman, how many hours of sleep did you get last night?
5 hours of sleep.
Only 5? Huh. You know, you should really be getting at least 7 to 9 hours, which is what researchers recommend.
Well, why?
To be honest, I don't even know why it's important. Most researchers don't even know either, but they know it's important for basic cognitive functioning. For instance, the prefrontal cortex of the brain is responsible for executive functions like planning and motor skills. And if we don't get enough of it, we see deficits in motor executions, poor planning, we have poor decisions, poor retrieval and coding of memories. So it's pretty important in that aspect, but that's not it. It's also connected to the amygdala, which is the emotion center of the brain. And if we see decrease in activity of the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala increases in reactivity. So if we get less amount of sleep, we're going to be more emotional. The default mode network is responsible for Homer's inattention to what Marge is doing right here. The prefrontal cortex also controls the default mode network. This network is responsible for mind wandering, and if we don't get enough sleep, we increase our mind wandering and we don't pay attention. Interestingly, however, in a study by Elias Wolf, he found that in massive depressive patients, if you don't get enough sleep, which they called therapeutic sleep, then you see decrease in depressive symptoms. These depressive symptoms were related to the area of the neocortex called the hippocampal neocortical connection. Here we can see a simplified form of the communication between the hippocampus and the neocortex.
Well, I don't see any changes in my life so far. I feel kind of good.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd say that. In a study by Hans van Dongen, he found that in subjects who got only 4 hours of sleep at night, reported by day 3 or 4 that they were actually adapting to this lack of sleep. But in objective tests of memory, compared to subs that had 8 hours of sleep, they performed way worse. In this video, Tony Wright broke the world record for most days without sleep. He went 11 days on sleep deprivation, and he claimed that he felt fine. However, it looks like he is quite tired. Oh, but that's not even the scariest part of sleep deprivation. Beta amyloid is a protein that is seen in Alzheimer's disease that some believe to be a hallmark. Beta amyloid is increased in cerebrospinal fluid when we're awake, and when we're asleep, it's decreased through the glymphatic system. The glymphatic system is driven by glial cells. These glial cells open up and allow for the beta amyloid to be removed from the brain. Another increase, not so sinister, is in synaptic weights. Synaptic weights are the connections between two neurons. So if we increase our synaptic weights, we increase these connections. However, this is energetically unstable. Therefore, during sleep, we reduce these connections between these two neurons. This is known as the synaptic downscaling theory. So tell me, how many hours of sleep are you going to get tonight?